So, it's late and I've been up and I've been beating myself up over some self-sabotaging I've been doing, and I'm not happy about either thing. So I was doing a 3-day fast and I got through days 1 and 2, and then I ate tonight and I ate crap, and it was like, the thing about fasting that I find really satisfying is like getting through it and being like, I did that. Like I said I was going to do it and I did it, and it was hard, for me. And I did it, and I said I was going to do it, and I did it, and I didn't do it this time. And that makes me very upset with myself. And it was like this thing I kept telling myself in my head, like, oh, I know that I'm going to do this. I know I'm going to be fine. And like up until like just before I decided to eat, I was like, no, I'm still doing this. I'm doing this. All I have to do is get through this moment. And then it was just like, no, you know what? I know I'm gonna do this. I know I'm gonna do it, so I might as well do it. Self-fulfilling prophecy? What? And it's a bummer, man. Going 2 days without food and then like fucking it up, it sucks. And like eating like ice cream and popcorn. Come on, for real? I ate 2 days and that's what I start back with? Really? I should gotta quiet down because I've got housemates and stuff. But yeah, so I'm pretty disappointed in myself. I am working on not judging. But the thing is about like fasting too is like you get to a certain point, you go into ketosis, which is great, but then you also go into like autophagy, which is this magical state that that creatures enter after not eating them for a while, and it does a lot of amazing things. But basically, what it does in a very very succinct way of telling it is that it recycles our cells. So we, especially as we get older, we have cells that are like cell bits, right? That are like old and kind of broken down and disrepaired and kind of like blah. And when we don't eat food for a couple of days, our bodies start breaking down the trash, basically, in our body. So it's like our body's recycling. And after a couple of days, you start like your skin gets better, and like there's actually really a lot of very good health benefits that come with fasting. And of course, the ones that I'm most excited about are the anti-aging ones. But after like a few days, you even start making your own stem cells, like regrowing your own stem cells. And I got 2 days into it. It's like I said, 2 days, man. Like it's like that's some work, and I'm proud of myself for doing that. But I just talked myself out of it. I was just like, well, you're working on so much right now, so you shouldn't really be. It's okay if you're not going to do all these changes at once. Get your work done, and then once things are running smoothly with the business, that you can focus more on this sort of thing, and blah blah blah. But the truth is, I need to be focusing on my health now, anyway, not on like, oh, I can eat whatever I want, right? So, it happened. I don't want it to happen again, but that's not what's happening right now. What's happening right now is reality in this moment, and no future moment of me either winning or losing or whatever, succeeding or not succeeding or whatever the case may be. That doesn't exist right now. What exists right now is right now. What's past is past, and it happened, and I can't undo it, which I don't like, but that's the way it is. So I'm really mad at myself. I'm mad at myself. And I knew I would be. Like, I knew I would be. And yet I did it. Anyway. What is that? What is that? I wasn't even hungry. Here's the thing about fasting is once you get a few hours, like a day into it, you're not hungry anymore. I mean, maybe you have a headache. The second day they say is the worst. And that was true of me the first couple of times I did this. With this time, I was fine. Like a slight hunger this morning, but that was it. I wasn't hungry. I didn't eat because I was hungry. I ate because I was, and it wasn't, it's sabotage. I know, I hear the thoughts. Like, they're there and I know them. I know these thoughts. And it's like, it is such blatant. It's just obvious. It's like, I'm gonna get you. Like, just like, basically thoughts that amount to either like, you can't do this, you're not worthy of this. You're not worthy of this because you're not capable of it, or just you're not worthy. You're not worthy. It's the thought. And then there's anger at the idea that I am worthy. And then anger at the idea that I am. Just anger. Like, there's anger there. And there's anger, and that anger hits a lot of things. It's not just anger about it's not just anger about this. It's not just anger about this, is it? It's anger about a lot of things. It hits a lot of things. Because it's a lot of things. Do I start explaining this? Because it's going to take a little while. So what I feel happening is like, so I'm striving for a goal that I find difficult, and I'm doing a good job, and I know that I can do it, and I continue to tell myself that I can do it, and then this thing takes over. And I mean, I know it's not me, right? Because we are our consciousness. We aren't our thoughts. We aren't our feelings. We are our consciousness. So at least I can say it's not me. I'm the one who chooses to go with it. But at least the thoughts aren't me. And it's about punishing myself for even thinking that I could be worthy enough to succeed at something. And I have succeeded at this before. This is the thing that's weird. It just sucks. It's like I've gone 5 days. I've done a 5-day fast. I can do that. And I was so proud of myself. And I've done other 3-day fasts. And I was so proud of myself. And then it's like, I don't want to be proud of myself. Like, I don't want to be proud of myself. I've got this business that I'm building, and I'm not doing as good a job as I can. I'm not devoting the time that I can to it. I mean, I'm trying to. It's not like I just drop it and go away. I just get distracted. Doing things that seem important, or even, like, or not, fuck. Tonight was just a night of self-sabotage. I watched TV, well, not TV, but Netflix, and instead of doing work, and it's like, so there's these options, right? The option here is be very angry at myself, which only adds to the problem. Really, it really just adds to it. It makes it worse. It makes it more likely to happen again. Because if I keep being angry at myself, I'm going to keep sabotaging myself. That's just how it happens, right? But if I'm not angry at myself, then I'm letting myself slide. And that's not something I want to do either, because what's to stop me from doing it again next time? What's to stop me from the next time just being like, well, I let myself slide before. Why not let myself slide this time too? I'll do it next time. I'll do it next time is the thought. Oh, next time. No, there will be a time that comes when I do this, and it'll be fine. I'll just do it then. Because right now, no. I don't know what to do with this. Because being angry makes it more of a problem. It stores more inside of me. And this is so one of the things that my friend / coach says, Robin, says is like, when something like this comes up, that's telling you that it's ready to be healed. Which is a much more hopeful thought than this is just making it worse. Okay, so there's that. So if it's coming up, it's ready to be healed. Which I think is going to require me to cry for a bit. I think that's what's going to happen next. And I don't know whether I'm going to put this down and cry myself to sleep or talk about this more, because I'm kind of tired. But, I mean, it comes in and it hits all this stuff, right? It hits all the stuff that's been there for forever. It's been the stuff that's still there from childhood, and then all the stuff that I stored and I haven't let go of yet from being so depressed for so long and having depressive tendencies my whole life. I stored a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff inside, as there is with everybody. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm special. In fact, if you have watched this at all before, what I'm trying to do is show you that we're, I've gotten better from my depression, not all the way out, but it does take work, but I'm not special for having been able to do it. We all have these things inside of us. We all have these things inside of us, especially for those of you working with depression and anxiety and PTSD and whatever other disorder you may have. Mood, personality, whatever the case may be. And it takes work to bring yourself out of it, which is what, but it's always continually. This is something that I kind of didn't really get, was like, oh, I'm better now. It's not how it works. There's still stuff in there, and there will be for a long time, and that's okay. And right now, the self-sabotage thing keeps coming up, and it's gonna keep coming up until I deal with it. And that's how it has to happen, right? It can't be just like, oh, I don't know what to do. If I got angry, the choices are me getting angry at myself. They are not, I don't know if you heard the part of aren't. They are not me getting angry at myself or me forgiving myself, like slipping on it, letting myself slide. Those are not the choices, I'm realizing right now. The choice is to deal with it or not to deal with it. And dealing with it is painful. And it's going to require some time and some energy. And I don't think I'm going to do it on the camera, because it would be very boring, because it's going to take me thinking about it and not talking about it, because talking about it takes me out of it, out of thinking about it. But I think that's what it is. I think self-sabotage, yes, on the surface level, if I get angry at myself, it makes it worse. it throws things into shadow. It's more stuff that I refuse to look at. And more fuel to the fire. It's just going to happen more and more. And letting myself slide, forgiving myself for it. Why wouldn't I just do that again and again and again? Because that is what I do. Let myself slide, and then I'm like, oh, okay. So I feel like the choice is between the two of those things. Either punish the shit out of myself so I never do it again, or let myself slide so I don't have to punish myself, because punishing myself is bad. But then feeling guilty for letting myself slide and still being angry at myself, even angrier in a different way for letting myself slide. Those aren't the choices. Like that's acknowledgement of the emotional aspect of what, like the surface level of the emotional aspect. But if I really want to figure out what I'm supposed to do about this, what I'm supposed to do about it is deal with it. It's up because it's ready to be healed. And every time an emotion comes up, something from the past, some scar that shows up, that's an opportunity for us to deal with it. As sucky as that is, as much as I don't want to. But you know what? I have been out of practice for a while. I haven't been doing the work because I've been so caught up in the business stuff. And I want to avoid it. I'm honest with you. I want to go to sleep and forget about it. And then tomorrow I'll wake up and still feel really bad about it. And continue to feel bad about it the whole day. And, eventually whatever the next thing is, right? So, but here's the thing. Why? Awareness. Awareness is great, because awareness is like, okay, now I know this and I can deal with it. But awareness makes it so that you have to deal with it. And the whole point up until now has been not to deal with it. My whole self, this entire time is like, no, I don't want to deal with it. I'm not going to deal with it. Let's find every way possible for me not to deal with it. Let's look in the outside world. That's what it's all about, is not dealing with it. And as I deal with this, guys, oh my God. As I deal with this, things in life will get better, because it's not going to just be self-sabotage about food. It's going to be self-sabotage about everything. So I'm grateful for the opportunity, but I am tired right now. But if I go to sleep and I don't deal with it, am I going to deal with it tomorrow morning? Am I going to sit there and be like, okay, it's time to deal with this? Or am I going to just be like, you know what, I don't have time to deal with that right now. I have to go do more work. But then not work as much and not be as productive. So this is something I have to deal with. But I have so much work to do. But I'm not doing it in the way that I can. Oh, it's all over the place, guys. And I'm not happy about it. And I'm tired, but I know that I'm going to lay down and I'm not going to get to sleep. But look, these things come up, and it is our opportunity to deal with it, which means it's our opportunity, not deal with it, but it's our opportunity to let it go. That should be the way that I'm phrasing this to myself and to you. It's the opportunity to let it go, not to deal with it, because that's got some uncomfortable connotations. It's our opportunity to release it. This tension, this fear, this anger, this self-loathing, this mistrust of oneself. It's an opportunity to let it go. And believe it or not, we're holding it there. It feels like it's going to be a lot of energy to deal with it. It feels like it's going to be a lot of energy to go there and allow myself just to feel it. Allow myself just to feel it. And it is going to be. It is. But it's also taking a lot of energy to hold it there. I'm just used to that. And when I'm able to let that go, there'll be more energy available for me. I'll be actually more energized. It's just not what I'm used to yet. I was used to it a couple of summers ago, but that was because I was being very intense about self-discovery. I was journaling a lot, so that means I should journal more. And I want to get this bullet journal thing. I've never subscribed to it. Like, I was like, whatever. But I think it might actually really help me. But I don't know. In so much as I keep to it, right? Because that's another thing. But again, that's a self-sabotaging behavior in a way, right? It's something I'm gonna have to deal with. I'll journal about it tomorrow. And I was supposed to journal about something this week for chakra class anyway. I'll have to go back and look at the tape. Someone in their 40s. The tape. I'm gonna go look at the tape. Man. If we only knew then what we know now, right? Alright, there's lots of stuff going on in here that I can feel. It has to do with my anger at myself for wasting so much time and now being so much older. And to be honest with you, yeah, it's a lot of ego. But like, okay, so there's I'm so much older than I should be getting and making a life for myself, but gotta let that go. Let that one go, because it's just what it is, right? And it's meant to be what it is, because this gives me the opportunity to deal with these things. This is what, I gotta keep. I've lost my mission with these videos, and I'm going to get it back. I'm getting back right now. The point is, for all the difficulties that I'm dealing with, because we all deal with them, right? With all this stuff, I really do believe that it is the point, my mission is to bring this in front of anybody who's watching it, and show them there are different ways to deal with things. And no matter how scared they are of them, they can do it too. Right? So I know that this coming in, this feeling that this self-sabotage that I did this evening, tonight, which I've also stayed up. So let's see. I broke my 3-day fast a day early. I ate ice cream and popcorn instead of eating something healthy. So after 2 days of not eating, the first food I ate, and that's okay. I'm feeling angry at myself, and that's okay. I'm going to allow myself to feel angry at myself. But I am going to calm myself down. Not calm the anger, because anger's nature is anger. Anger's nature is not to be calm. But I can observe it. I'm very angry at myself for this, and I can feel it in my body. Both the anger and the shitty food I just fed myself. Like, what am I doing, right? I mean, all of me wants to yell at myself right now. Like, just so angry. And that's because, number one, I mean, the obvious, right? Not living up to my word to myself and to others. It's not something I like about myself right now at all. Never was when I was younger. That wasn't a thing, and I don't like that about myself now. I really don't. I always used to do what I said I would do. There wasn't even a question. If I said it, it was done. Like, that was it. There was not a question. And I liked that. I don't like this about myself, where I say things and I don't do them, because that's the norm now. And I don't like that. So there's the anger for that, which stretches back years now, years and years. And there's self-loathing that comes along with that. I can feel that too, definitely. And mistrust. A lot of mistrust for myself. A lot of distrust. Not mistrust, distrust. I don't trust myself. And how can I? I haven't lived to my word in a really long time. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it. I am getting better at it. I am. And that's what I have to look at and stay encouraged about. And it's building. I see it's not just like, okay, I'm a little bit better and that stays where it is. I can look back and I see over the past few years, the work I've done has helped me slowly but surely getting back to that place where my word is my bond and that's it. And I take pride in that. End of story. I say something, I do it. I say something to someone else and I do it. Unwaveringly, unquestioningly. That's just the way it is. I'm getting back to that. I am back to that. Now here's the thing. The words we use are very important. So sometimes I say things like, I carry out every single thing I say that I'm going to do. If I say it, I do it. If I say it, I do it. If I say it, I do it. It's very important to me and I take pride in it. I can say that. We know that right now it's not true. At this moment, no. This moment beforehand, 2 seconds ago, it wasn't true, right? But now it is. But, I don't trust myself. How can I? So, I don't believe myself yet. But I do. And I'm just going to say I do until I do. So there's anger over this, like a lot of anger about that. But then there's this anger, like, okay, I wasted so much time, my youth. And let's be, like, frankly honest. I was a cutie. I was a cutie when I was younger, and I was an actor, and I am an actor, and there was a lot of stuff about me that I did like, and I felt confident about, that I don't feel confident about anymore, and a lot of that has to do with like lost youth, right? A lot of opportunities that I let pass me by. But again, it happened for a reason, and the reason is this, what I'm doing right now. Because there are people out there, and there are going to be even more people out there that are going to benefit from this, And that's why this is all worth it. If not meant to happen, at least it was worth it. And it was meant to happen because it did happen. And that's the only way it could happen because that's how it happens, right? It happened, so it's the only way it could have happened because that's what happened. It's a circular logic, but it's also true in a way, right? So yeah, there's this lost youth, and there's ego and vanity, to be honest with you. I don't like that I'm aging. I don't like that I can see it in my face. I don't like that I can see it in my body. I don't like that I can feel it in my body. And it makes me angry, which is another reason that I'm angry about not sticking to this fast, because there's so many anti-aging benefits of fasting. But tomorrow I'm going to start drinking green tea and my turmeric and ginger tea, and that stuff supposedly helps with autophagy. And then I'll buy some wild blueberries and eat those too. They're supposed to be really good for you as well. Anti-aging wise. Get rid of those free radicals. Like real life free radicals sound good. Like, I'm a radical and I am free, but not in the body. And I'm angry at myself about my weight, right? I'm very angry about my weight. This is all anger to myself, right? And I know that when I conquer this weight thing, when I get down to my ideal size, I've got my ideal body where I'm happy with where I'm at. I know I'll be really proud of myself, and I'll feel really good about myself. And yeah, it'll have to do with how I look. It will. Until I get past that vanity, it will. But I will also be proud of myself for having accomplished it. Isn't it wonderful? This is an affirmation that Walter taught me because Mike taught him. Isn't it wonderful that, and then you say out loud what you intend to be true. So isn't it wonderful that I have reached my ideal size? Isn't it wonderful that I no longer, isn't it wonderful that I choose, in every choice I'm given, I choose what's best. I choose what's best. Isn't it wonderful that I always choose what's best? Isn't it wonderful that I always do what I say I'm going to do? So there's a lot of anger there, and I am going to have to journal about it because it's not all going to come out right now. But I want you to know that that's what I'm doing to deal with it, to let it go, not deal with it, to let it go, right? There's anger there that I am letting go. And it's like holding something really tight for a really long time, right? And like then after years and years of holding your fist like this, of course it's going to kind of hurt to relax and open it. But eventually you realize it feels so much better, right? And you stretch it out and everything's better. Not 100, like, I mean, there's never going to be the perfectness, right? Well, I don't know. If I become enlightened and join the universe, I'm sure that'll be pretty good. But as I become more enlightened, and you'll come on that journey with me. How about that? Let's all go on the journey together. So tomorrow morning I am going to journal about this, whether I know I'm not going to wake up early. Not going to wake up early. It's not happening because it's like 2 now or something. I don't really even know. And I'm not close to, I mean, I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm not sleepy. So, yeah, I'm going to spend tomorrow morning journaling and exploring this anger, and I will be back to talk to you about it because I'm sure there will be some really interesting things that I come to realize and that I can share with you guys. So for now, I'm going to be grateful that I turned this camera on and I started talking to you guys about this because I wouldn't have realized, I would have remained frustrated lying in bed with my heart beating and just with those racing thoughts over and over again about how angry I am at myself in every angle, and then not wanting to face it, so it stays there, you know, because I'm like, no, not gonna look, no, and you hold it like this, but that still means you're holding it, right? It's still there until you let go of it, and I wouldn't have come to that if I hadn't turned this camera on. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for remembering that anytime things like this come up, it's an opportunity to explore it and let it go, or even just to let it go. You know, I mean, we don't even have to explore it. We can just let it go. It is possible to do that. One has to relax and release, and that will help. I also need to get into this tapping thing, this EFT tapping thing. I've been meaning to do it for weeks, maybe even months. So that's another thing that I procrastinate on and I self-sabotage. But so that's the deal for now. And I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to be grateful that this has come up now, and that I'm letting it go, not dealing with it. I'm letting it go. And it's going to benefit myself. It's going to benefit everybody around me. Everybody around me. The healthier you get, the more you benefit those around you and those you work for, and the world in general. And that's what I want to do. I want to benefit the world in general. I want to leave the world a better place than I left it, and that is going to require putting out higher vibrations. That's going to require me feeling good, right? Which is so weird, but true. So I'm grateful to have that. I'm grateful to have you. I'm grateful to have this opportunity to let this stuff go, because I need to let it go to be happy, to live a full life, which I deserve. It's hard to say that, but I do. We all do. It's hard to say that, but I'm going to keep saying it until I believe it. Which I do believe it, right? I don't, but I'm just going to keep saying I do until I do. So I'm grateful for all these opportunities, and I'm grateful for you guys. And I'm going to remind you that no matter what you're feeling, it is an opportunity for emotional growth. Every single thing is an opportunity for emotional growth. And it's just a matter of you having, no, it's not even courage. It's looking at the two things and realizing one of them has to happen, even if it's the harder thing. Like, look, my option, well, it's not, because it's not the harder one at the end, because it's that, like, let it go, do the work, and let it go, and live a better life, or continue to hang on to this and have it until I die. Which one is better? I'm going to choose the former, because, and once you choose, you cut the other decision off. You choose that, and there's no question about it anymore, right? Because it's the only answer. So stop, it's easier to stop being upset about the other thing. Like, okay, well, I'm not going to hold on to that anymore because that's not what I'm doing. So I'm going to at least be able to let go of the desire to do that. Or not even the desire to do that, but the idea that I'm still going to do it, and I'm not going to do it because that's not my choice. I have a choice. We all have a choice, which reminds me to remind you that you can always choose to have a grateful night.